Okay, so I'd like for you to count how many sounds are in the word bed. Put it in the chat. How many sounds in the word bed? So only the sounds in bed. That's good that you found, if you found 3 sounds in bed. Each grapheme or each letter has an associated sound. So b, e, d. For that B and D sound, it's important that you make those sounds as fast as possible. So it's not ba, e, d. There's no us in bed. It's just as fast as you can make it. B, e, and then d. Okay, your jaw doesn't drop in any of those. How many? So in bed, there's 3 letters and it's making 3 sounds, but it's a little bit different in this one, in this word. How many sounds are in the word sheet? Sheet. Put that one in the chat also, please. Good. Nice, Valerie. Okay, so in sheet, there are 5 letters, but 3 sounds. That SH is making its own sound. Shh. The EE is making one sound, E, and then the T is making a T. Shh, eat. 3 sounds in sheet. Okay, so what you're doing is when I'm asking you to count these sounds and put how many sounds in the chat, for those of you who are new, I want you to count how many sounds, don't think about the letters, just count the sounds and put the number in the chat for me. How many sounds you counted in that word. I'm going to do bride. How many sounds in bride? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Let's see what we've got here. Nice. Wow. Beautiful. Yes, in bride we have b, r, I, d. 4. B, r, I, d. Now, do you want a hard one? Okay, I'm getting some nods. How many sounds in hamburger? Rowan's not that hard. How many sounds in hamburger? Go for it. Take your time. Nice, Talon. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. We're getting all sorts of answers on hamburger. Okay, so in hamburger, we have that breath, voiceless, breath only H. That's number 1. Ah, b, g, I'll do it again. You can do it with me if you want. Ah, b, g, hamburger. 7 sounds. Don't worry, that one was hard, I know. But we started off with bed, and I'm sure you got bed right, so just threw a little difficult one there at the end. Okay, so I want to skip bread because we did hamburger. We went straight to the hard one. So your rule for today is when A is followed by a consonant and then an E, it will make its long sound. So as in, I'm going to put some in the chat so you can see this in real life. Cake, bake. So you see it's at the end of the word, there's an A and then a consonant and then an E. And that A is going to make its long sound, A. Good, Rowan. Okay, so let's practice that. So the E's at the end of words are usually silent, but they always have a job. E, so if you're ever wondering if you're spelling and you should put a E in a word, E always has a purpose. It's never there for no reason. In today's lesson, the E is going to be there to force that A to make its long sound. It'll do the same thing with any vowel, such as an O, an E, an I, U. That silent E is there for the purpose of making that vowel two doors back long. You may be wondering, well, what's going on in this word? Oh, let me put that one to everybody, not just to Vanessa. Right, Vanessa and Blair, yes. So then I wonder, what do you think the E is doing in this word? Have. Any ideas? It doesn't say have, so the A isn't making the A say A. Blair's like, I want to know this answer. That it would be a sight word if it broke the rules, but this one doesn't break the rules. Let me just tell you, this is such a fun fact. So English words don't end in V. So when you're spelling, so the purpose of the E is to prevent the V from being at the end. Yes, English words don't end in several letters, but the E is making that, same with like in the word give. The E is making the V not be at the end. But in this lesson, the E is there, so it always has a reason. In this lesson, the E is there to make the A say its name, A. Okay, it's there to make its long sound. So let's do some work here. Adama, you do so much extra homework. No wonder you're so good at this stuff. Okay, so I'll do this first one with you. I'm going to circle the vowels. We have to figure out what those vowels are going to say before we pencil read so that there's no guessing. I know that this one is going to make it short sound because the next two letters are consonants. And when they're a double consonant like that, then it's a double easy reading hack. It's automatic, the vowel before it's going to say it short sound. This A does have a vowel one or two doors down, that E, so it's going to make its long sound. So this is just another example of the tap two rule. A follows the tap two rule. This one is just very common, so I wanted to have a whole lesson on it. E at the end is usually silent, not always. So don't come at me when you say, what's going on with me and he and maybe. There are some words where E says it's sound, but in most cases, E is silent at the end. We're just going to go for it. R, D, A, P, A, N. Both P's only got one dot because we're dotting sounds. We're not dotting letters. And this E didn't get a dot because it doesn't have a sound. When you push those sounds together, the line that I'm drawing represents the sound. Don't stop the sound because you're not going to stop that line. It's going to push one sound right into the next. Da-pain. Da-pain. All right, go ahead and try yours. I'll be quiet while you work. Okay, so this A, we know is going to make it short sound. Big, wide, round. Open your mouth as big as you can for that sound. Ah. Otherwise, it could come out as a or an ah. Ah. And then the long A says what it is, A. So we have T, A, P, A, T. Tapate. Tapate. Now, did you happen to notice, I'd like to just draw your attention. to all of the voiceless consonants. The only letters that were making any sound, any vocal cords being used was only on those vowels. All the other letters were voiceless. They were only air. Tapate. You only heard those A's. Actually heard them. Number 2. I'm going to circle my vowel team here. This follows the tap 2 rule. A does have a vowel 1 or 2 doors down, so it's going to say its name, A. We also know that AI just is a vowel hack that says A. This A is also going to say A because this E is here, 2 doors down. You might notice that it's a compound word. A compound word is 2 complete words put together with no changes. So there's train in here and there's date in here. That is a beautiful example of a compound word. So you can just make them 2 small words if you want. I'm going to go ahead and blend just the sounds, one at a time. Okay, so we have t, a, n, d, a, t. So both of those A's are making their long sound. Train date. Train date. Now that since we've been speaking about enunciating and pronouncing those sounds with intention and on purpose, I want you to pay attention to how you just pronounced the word train. See if it came out as kind of a CHR sound. Ch, train, train. Try to not say that CH sound, but to say the T-er with intention. Train. Instead of train, it's train. Okay? Let's try yours. Go ahead and work on it, and I will be quiet while you work. AI says A. This A says A. This E is silent. The sounds are P, R, A, N, D, A, P. I'm going to go one sound at a time. Per, pray. By the way, you can't spell pray, P-R-A-I, because remember we just said words don't end in I in our language, so it's P-R-A-Y. But there's pray, prain, prained, prain day, prain dape. Please put a word in the chat on how you did on tapate and prain dape. Let me know how you're doing. Good. Blair, I just saw that you raised your hand. Did I already get you or no? Okay. Nice. Good, good. Those are great words I'm getting in the chat. If you're struggling, it's okay. Keep practicing and let me know if you have a specific question. Your brain keeps saying train dape. True. So let's try number 3. I'm going to mark this A as an A because those 2 S's after it. I'm going to mark this A as an A because of that E. E is silent. Sounds are P, L, A, S, A, N. Placane. Placane. Go ahead and try yours. Now, if you happen to notice, there is a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. It's super easy to recognize there because it's A-M-M-A. If you can learn to recognize those, you can confidently divide them right between and have just 2 little words here. If we did that, then we would have fram and mate. then you would just put those together. Frammate. So your word is frammate. Any questions on that? All right, let's try this one. Oh, look at that. AMMA again. There's the reason why it's important. Should I even go here? I'll just touch on it briefly. The reason why it's important to divide a syllable where it's intended to be divided, where it should be divided and not just willy-nilly. Like some teachers teach little kids, you can tell how many words or where to divide a syllable by just clapping it. Bathtub. Well, that one's an easy one, but hamburger. And they're just clapping, or sometimes they have their hand under their chin. Mrs. McMurtry. And I mean, what about if you had like sister? Your jaw doesn't drop at all. Sister. It's just not a good way to divide syllables. There's a science to it. There's an equation for it. And the reason it matters is because those vowels, they have to maintain their integrity based on the type of syllable that they're in. So like we're just about to divide a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. That consonant has to close in that vowel to make it make its short sound. Technically, that's called a closed syllable, and a vowel in a closed syllable makes it short sound. If that vowel was open, if there wasn't a consonant after it, then it would have to make its long sound. So we are being technically correct by dividing them in the correct place. You don't have to know that. It's just a handy trick to know sometimes where words are divided so that you can make them into smaller words as you're reading. Okay, I'm going to do number 4 here. Here I have a digraph. Digraph is 2 letters that makes 1 sound. Here I have a short A because we have 2 consonants after it. Here I have a long A because there is a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. Silent E. The sounds are sh, ah, a, b. Shamabe. 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 Accent on this first one. Always the accent on the first one in a 2-syllable word. Dapane, train date, placane, shamabe. My mistake. Shamabe. All right, go ahead and try your number 4. Here's a consonant digraph for you as well. So the correct sound for a CH is air only, and it's very quick. It's like a karate chop. Ch, ch, air only. So the sounds for this word are ch, a, n, a, d. Chanade. Chanade. If you divide it up, if you saw that vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel right there, and you divided it right there, you would have chan, nade. When you put those together, those N sounds combine into one. Chanade. Okay. Any questions? Will you put in the chat if you have a question or how you did so I can kind of gauge how we're doing? Okay, we have not very much time, but is there anybody that would like to read with me maybe a word or 2? Put your name in the chat if you would like to do one of these extra practice words with me.